Musharraf declares state of emergency. President of Pakistan suspends Constitution, replaces Chief Justice, blocks TV channels. Islamabad, Pakistan. General Pervez Musharraf declared a state of emergency in Pakistan on Saturday, suspending the Constitution, replacing the Chief Justice before a crucial Supreme Court ruling on his future as president, and cutting communications in the capital. His leadership threatened by an increasingly defiant court and an Islamic movement that has spread to Islamabad. The general's emergency order accused some judges of working at cross purposes with the executive and weakening the government's resolve to fight terrorism. 7 of the 17 Supreme Court judges immediately rejected the emergency, which suspended the current constitution. Police blocked entry to the Supreme Court building and later took the disposed Chief Justice and other judges away in a convoy, witnesses said. In an address to the nation late Saturday on state-run television, Musharraf said Pakistan was at a dangerous juncture, its government threatened by Islamic extremists. He said he hoped democracy would be restored following parliamentary elections. But in my eyes, I say with sorrow that some elements are creating hurdles in the way of democracy, said the general, who was wearing civilian clothes and spoke firmly and calmly. I think this chaos is being created for personal interest and to harm Pakistan. He claimed that at least 61 terrorists have been freed on order from the court, an apparent reference to a case that has been led by the now deposed Chief Justice to press authorities over suspects held by intelligence agencies without charges. Extremists are openly roaming, he said, and no one knows whether any of these freed men were behind recent bomb attacks. Former Prime Minister Bhutto, a longtime rival of Musharraf, who recently returned from 8 years of exile, flew back to Pakistan from Dubai, where she was visiting family. She left the airport under police escort. Her house was surrounded by troops. After her arrival at Karachi's airport, Bhutto said she did not believe there would be any fair elections as long as emergency rule remained in place. Unless the general reverses the course, it will be very difficult to have fair elections, she told Sky News Television by telephone. I agree with him that we are facing a political crisis, but I believe the problem is dictatorship. I don't believe the solution is dictatorship, she said. The extremists need a dictatorship, and dictatorship needs extremists. Urging a quick return to civilian rule. The government halted all television transmissions in major cities other than state-controlled Pakistan TV. Telephone service in the capital was also cut. The order drew swift complaints from the United States and Great Britain. The general's main Western allies, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, urged restraint on all sides and a swift return to democracy in Pakistan. The United States does not support extra constitutional measures, Rice said from Turkey, where she was participating in a conference with Iraq's neighbors. But in justification, the emergency order obtained by the Associated Press said the Constitution provides no solution for this situation. There is no way out except through emergency and extraordinary measures, it said. Musharraf, who seized power in a 1999 coup and has been a close ally of the United States since the September 11, 2001 attacks, has struggled to contain spreading Islamic militancy that is centered along the Afghan border and spread now to the capital and beyond. Hundreds and hundreds have died in recent weeks. Pakistanis have increasingly turned against the government of Musharraf, who failed earlier this year to oust the Chief Justice replaced Saturday. Rice said that to her knowledge, U.S. officials had yet to hear directly from the general after his declaration. Paramilitary troops behind rolled barbed wire blocked access to an official compound housing lawmakers, barring even wives, children, and even a ruling party senator from entering. Bhutto, seen by many supporters as key to a possible return to democracy, went to Dubai after being targeted by assassins in Pakistan last month. Suicide bombers attacked her homecoming parade after 8 years in exile, killing more than 140 people. Musharraf's order allows courts to function, but suspends some fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution, including freedom of speech. It also allows authorities to detain people without informing them of the charges, kind of like martial law. Reports of gunfire in Karachi. About 100 police and paramilitary troops surrounded Bhutto's house, and a bomb disposal squad searched the building, witnesses said. There were reports of gunfire in several districts of the city. The emergency was expected to be followed by arrests of lawyers and other perceived opponents of the government, including civil society activists and possibly even members of the judiciary itself, a ruling party lawmaker said. Private GOTV reported the arrest of the president of the Supreme Court Bar Association. With telephone lines cut, it was not possible to contact government spokesmen for confirmation. All this is not good. Pakistan descending into chaos. A country with nuclear weapons, with the real terrorists right next door, are already there. Nope. These are more signs of the last days.